What's the deal? It's your boy J Mike, Mr. Athletic over everything. No hobbies, only obsessions. Today I wanted to talk about my experience using the new Ensor Ergo Pros, I believe. These knee sleeves are something else. And from the first time that I've touched them, I knew that these were something different. I will say I wound up purchasing these for someone. So when they got delivered to me. So I kind of did my review on what I thought about them just in hand. I didn't try to put them on. I just had them in hand. And to be perfectly honest with you, you can tell by holding them how premium they actually are. I've, for most of my career, have used two different knee sleeves. I've used SBDs. I don't even remember what year these came out in, but these are like a favorite pair of my SBDs. I also was sponsored by A7 for 2 years. They actually make the worst knee sleeve on the market. No disrespect, but their knee sleeves are not good. So I used to actually wear my SBDs underneath my my tights so that I can train with them, because the A7s had zero support. But they have a version of their knee sleeve that kind of remind me of these a little bit. I believe it's their USA version of their knee sleeve. It kind of has like a denim feel to it. It's kind of stiff, but nowhere near the level of stiffness with these. And I thought that if I got a tight enough pair of the USA version of those A7 sleeves, I might be able to get something out of them. But when you hit the hole, you got nothing out of those knee sleeves. Like, I think those knee sleeves, I squatted less than I did raw. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, they just weren't good knee sleeves. And, you know, to be fair, they're really a t-shirt company, and, you know, they don't, that equipment stuff in terms of knee sleeves just wasn't their thing. But the fact that these knee sleeves, just in the mail, when you order these, it costs almost $20 to get these. They're like $175 shipped, versus these at $90. And when you first get these feel really good. But one of these knee sleeves weighs more than a set of these. So these two don't equal this in weight. These things feel like, I can't really explain it. The thickness of it, the weight, like on the video I put like a 5 kg plate. 5 kg plate on top of these, and they held up perfectly fine for like 10 minutes. So I kind of knew that they were going to be loaded, you know what I'm saying? I got a chance to squat in these yesterday for the first time. Now these belong to my boy Justin, and he's worn them in competition, and he wore them a handful of times in training. So these are kind of broken in, and what he told me is that he noticed the difference in the knee sleeve from the time when I first gave them to him to now. Now I wear a medium in SBDs. I wore a small in A7s, but I have huge legs, but I'm able to get them on, and that's part of where the review I'm gonna talk about my experience putting them on and taking them off. But he noticed that they weren't as reactive when he first got them how they are now. Now for me, getting them with someone already wearing them, it actually made it to where I could put these on. I do not believe I could have put these on if they were new. They went on easy with a slider. Like if you have a slider or slip, you know, they sell these where people use these for equipped lifting, to put their suits on and stuff like that. You just put this on your leg and you pull. I was able to get it on pretty easily, but that was short-lived, because when I had to take them off, it took me almost 45 minutes to take them off. I don't know if I was doing a competition, I would be able to put that much energy into taking them off. I would probably cut them off. And if you utilize these for what I think that they could be used for, it would probably be worth, cutting them off and just getting a new pair, even at $175 a piece. But I put them on, and I've only put wraps on one time in my life, and these feel like wraps. I've heard people talk about their experience with them. I thought, to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of lifters who were sponsored by other companies didn't want to say that they would wear these because of their sponsorship obligations. I heard guys like Sean Noriega, who's now sponsored by Stoic, I believe. He said these didn't work for him because of the way he's built. The way his quads are built, they didn't work for him. And I kind of thought that was BS at first. But after putting them on and squatting in them, I could see how they wouldn't work for everybody. These knee sleeves feel like Iron Man. It feels like a regular person getting into an Iron Man suit and feeling indestructible, feeling safe, but they're extremely uncomfortable. They were not a joy to just hang out in. I would be almost to the point to where if I was using these, it would be like for a third attempt or for competition day only, that type of thing, because they feel tight, they feel super secure. But when you squat, for my body type, there's a little, when you hit the hole, it's loose in the knee area. And for me, I hadn't squatted in almost 2.5 years. My biggest squatting competition is 750 pounds. My biggest squat ever is 760. But I'm not a huge squatter. That's really not my deal. But me taking 2.5 years off of squatting, this is like my third session back after that time, I squatted 600 pounds. That 600 pounds took my life away. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't find my groove on where I used to squat at because these are a little bit restrictive. They're super thick. I've mentioned in my bench video a few days ago how a stiff wrap is good and all, but if they're so stiff you can't manipulate them, how good are they? These are kind of on that line of terms of stiff. They're so stiff you can't manipulate them. And to the point where when I put this on, I could not fold this over and just roll them down my leg. I had to use a belt. I had to use a bunch of different things to get these off. So I don't 100% know how much these will give you, but based on my experience squatting in them yesterday, I would say they're good for a good 20 pounds on the low end. Like, so if you squat 700, I think you would have the confidence to do 720. It's a very interesting situation I think lifters are going to be in. You're going to have guys who are, let's say you're extremely close, you and your competition is less than 5 kg difference between two lifters, and y'all both sponsored by the same company. He has a bigger squat than you. You can make up some ground if you use these knee sleeves versus having a sponsorship with another company. Would you be willing to keep your sponsorship or win a world championship? I believe that these knee sleeves are IPF approved. I believe USPA had tried to get them banned, but I believe that they proved that they're made of the substance that they're made of. What I honestly believe is going to happen, other companies are going to adopt this same neoprene. So I believe this is going to be the next step up for all knee sleeves. If not, they're going to take a huge market share. You're already seeing some of the top lifters in the world switching to wearing these knee sleeves. Now, they're not the cool brand, they're not the sexy brand, and people don't really wear Inzer like that. They were an old school brand that was very popular. Even when I came into powerlifting in 2014, but SBD has eaten up most of that entire market with their knee sleeves, and A7 is popular because people want to match their t-shirts and gym bag and water bottles and stuff like that, And I think some people are worried talking about the knee sleeves are ugly. They're not talking about if they're going to help your performance. So I think there's a few different things to look at when purchasing an item like this. I believe they will give you some extra pounds on the platform. I think that I have to figure out how they work best for me. I typically hit the hole hard and just come up out of my squat, but having that little area when you hit the hole, because the way that they bend, it just buckles a little bit, and on the outside I can feel the separation. It comes off the sides of my knees. That technically doesn't happen in the SBD, but these are far more reactive than the SBDs are, but not as comfortable to wear. If you're someone who needs rebound out of a squat, and what happens is that these with these on, it's very hard to keep your knees bent. Your reaction is to straighten up. So if you're a person like me who bomb dives and I'm looking for that rebound, if I get it going a little bit, the knee sleeves are going to help me up a little bit. So to be perfectly honest with you, I like them, but I do feel as though that it's not a instant, these are just better than SBDs, everybody's going to switch over. I think that if people are not in a sponsorship, you will see more of these. You're going to see a lot of people wearing A7 meat shirt, SBD singlet, Athletic Over Everything wrist wrap. Yes, because my wrist wraps are coming out. And you're going to see just a mixture on the platform. You're not going to see people just wearing the whole kit. I think you're going to have people taking the best of what each company has to provide in order to have the best product on the particular day that you're going to be competing. I would say for $175, I do think they're high quality, super high quality, just not that comfortable. I see some people are wearing these just when they squat heavy, almost treating them like they're knee wraps. I mean, knee wraps. They'll do their standard workout with their regular knee sleeves, and then when they hit their top set, they put these on. And I think that for some people, that will be how these will be treated and how they'll be used. But overall, my first session, I'll put the clips of my squat session in this video so you guys can see what I did. I didn't do many reps with them, but I could just see the positives of them. But at the same time, they were so tight that my legs were going numb and stuff like that. So I can't give my full opinion based off of one session, but off of what I've went through so far, I can see them being a huge help. And I think going forward, you will see more of these on the platform, especially since they're IPF approved, and I believe the USPA is allowing them in competition. But go out and get you some if you have a place or know someone that has some. You know, ask them how they feel about them. Look at people who are built similar to you, so you can come up with maybe a conclusion, because it's $175. If you don't have $175 to throw down the drain, I would get as much information as possible before purchasing them. But they're super high quality. They're just not very comfortable. I think it's very much like you putting a guy off the street in an Iron Man suit and he feels indestructible. But outside of that suit, it's like a false courage almost. That's kind of what it made me feel, because I really thought I could have squatted 700 pounds yesterday, but I would have probably died because 600 pounds almost killed me. You'll see that in this video. But no more rambling on. You guys can go to Athletic Over Everything, my website for my products for athletic-over-everything.com. I have hats, my Bench Hub merch, and also if you guys spend $75 or more, you get a free pair of Lockjaw's newest metal collars. Their retail value at $65. So basically, you're getting those for free, and you're getting some badass merchandise on top of that. And if you spend $50, I'm throwing in a pair of Lockjaw 2 collars while supplies last. But until next time, later.